If you are struggling to get or maintain an erection, in this video, I am going to explain what is going on in the body that is causing this. Now, first of all, I want to say that it's always important to go and get a check done by the doctor, whether it's a blood testosterone check, just to rule out any medical issues there. What we're going to talk through today is based on the science, and it more relates to the mind of what's going on in our body if we're experiencing erection challenges. If you find this video helpful today, in the bottom right hand corner you will see a button that says subscribe. Click on that button so that you can get the latest brand new videos and tools as I share them. So when we're experiencing erection challenges, whether it's about getting or maintaining an erection, when those things aren't going to plan, we are left feeling frustrated, resentment builds in a relationship, and we can also feel like less of a man too. We just want to feel back to normal again. So let's talk through what's actually going on in our body. You may want to grab a pen and paper and make some notes as we go through. I'm going to keep this as simple as possible, okay? We have one nervous system in our body that has two parts: the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. You may have heard the term fight or flight, okay, or fear state. That's our sympathetic nervous system, and our parasympathetic nervous system is our relaxed, calm state. Okay, these two have to operate in a synchronized way or in balance for us to be able to have the type of sex that we want. If there is a time where one or the other goes into an overdrive or just hogging the driving seat, that's when we start to experience challenges. So let's go into this a bit deeper now. This is how I like to think of it. Parasympathetic is peaceful, sympathetic is our stress state. It just helps to, with the letters, keeping them the same. Okay, so we're starting with our parasympathetic nervous system, our calm state. Specifically to sex, what this part of our body, what this part of our nervous system is responsible for is getting and maintaining an erection. There's a load of other stuff that it does as well outside of sex, but specific to what we're talking about, it's responsible for getting and maintaining our erection. That's the parasympathetic nervous system. Let's go on to the sympathetic nervous system, the stress state, because often all we hear about this is fight or flight, but actually it's so much broader than that. Our stress state, our sympathetic nervous system, is actually responsible for orgasm and ejaculation. Okay, so we have parasympathetic that's responsible for getting and maintaining an erection, and sympathetic nervous system that's responsible for orgasm. If there is an imbalance between these two systems, then things don't go to plan in the bedroom. This happens to all of us, okay? But for a pretty big percentage, actually, this continuously happens. And this is where we have these feelings of shame, feelings of guilt, feelings of frustrations, the what if questions, feeling stuck in our head. So let's understand what is going on. Basically, the sympathetic nervous system is taking the driver's seat too much of the time. I'm going to come on to what to do to be able to get this sorted, but it's important that we understand what's actually going on first of all. Imagine somebody that just wants to drive. They never want to sit in the passenger seat. They never want to switch things up. They only want to drive. They just want to have that control, right? And must be in control. So it doesn't even give a chance for the parasympathetic nervous system, let's say the passenger, to enjoy some of the ride. It just jumps in and takes over. And this is when we're losing or struggling to maintain our erection. Because if our parasympathetic nervous system is not able to function in the way that it needs to, because of this overdrive from the other side, it's not able to do its job. We're not able to get and maintain an erection. When our sympathetic nervous system goes into overdrive, the blood is redirected around our body and it goes to our most critical organs because our body is in this overriding stress state. It's natural that we're not able to get or maintain an erection when that's happening, because there's someone that's come in and taken over the show. Now, both of these parts are important. So it's not like, oh, we need to get rid of the other part and just focus on the parasympathetic nervous state, because then we'd be able to get and maintain an erection but never climax. So you can see here it's a delicate balance between the two. This also applies if we're experiencing premature ejaculation, right? That again, the sympathetic nervous system is taking over the show, but at a much faster rate. So imagine instead of putting the gas halfway down, is full throttle all the way down, and all of a sudden we climax. Exactly the same thing is going on here. It's just to what degree or how quickly the sympathetic nervous system is taking the lead and how much gas they're putting down in the driver's seat. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, this is a normal thing that we all experience from time to time as men, but for some of us, we continuously experience this, and this is when we're left feeling frustrated. It is totally possible to get this sorted. If you can relate to what I have just gone through, if you're experiencing erection challenges continuously, all we need to do is figure out how we change the code from sex equals stress to sex equals calm and relaxed. The first step to doing that is by taking the performance anxiety quiz to understand, is this sexual performance anxiety that's making the body go into this state, the sympathetic nervous system take the driver's seat, or is it something else? And that's very easy to find out. The performance anxiety quiz is 10 yes or no questions that you answer, and it will show you exactly that. Is this performance anxiety or is it something else? And then what to do to be able to get this sorted. If that sounds good to you, then head to the comments below. You'll see the link to the performance anxiety quiz. Click on the link. It will take you straight to the page where you answer the 10 yes or no questions. I look forward to seeing you right there. And remember, this is about the balance, okay? There's been somebody that's been in the driving seat for a bit too long, and this is about learning how to let that driver know, okay, it's okay for somebody else to come in here. It's okay to have a bit of balance. That may sound strange, but this is the path forward to be able to get this sorted. I look forward to seeing you at the quiz.